welcome back to the Fermented World channel. Today I'm looking in on the Sabro S.M.A.S.H, which is a single malt and single hopped beer. It said on the instructions to check it after 4 days if the gravity is at what is predicted, which is 1.009, then to add the dry hops. Now, on other kits that I've used before, like with liquid malt extract, it says that you can add the hops anywhere below 1.020. But we're going to go with what this says, as near as damn it. If it's really close, I'm going to put it in anyway, just because I'm opening it up, which is exposing it to oxygen, which is bad. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. Need somewhere to rest the lid. So let's pop this open and have a quick look what we got. Oh, it looks good. Rest that over there. Take a hydrometer reading. Welcome to all the new subscribers that have joined me recently. Come over from Gig Hustle. Who'd have thought that a little chat with a chap called Jay would bring streams of people over to my channel. So yeah, welcome to everybody. Okay. So if you don't know how a hydrometer works, I'll explain. It measures the density of liquid. So if you've got something dissolved in a liquid, it shall be up higher, so it will start up here, and then as that liquid, as the sugar dissolved in there starts to get consumed by the yeast, this drops down, and by taking the first reading and then the last reading, we can tell what the approximate ABV of the beer is. Now this is below what it should be, which isn't a problem. It's just fermented a little bit further down the line than it should have done. This is at 6 instead of 9, so it's still good enough to put the hops in. Let's have a little taste of what we've got. Not too much though, because there is live yeast in there still missing around. Smells nice. That's actually quite surprisingly nice for a single malt, single hop. Right, so some people will say don't put it back in, but everything has been sterilised, so I'm putting it back in. I do my own thing. Okay, so we've done that. We're at 0.6, we know that. So now what I'm going to do is, I'll show you. I'm going to use a hop bag. Muslin sock it's called, and what this will do, it will hold the hops in and it will make it easier to bottle later on. I won't have all the crud going from all the hop material, sorry, floating around. So all we do is we snip open the hops packet. Oh, it smells so good, Sabro. And in this goes, we tie the end of the sock, which has been sterilised of course, just loosely, don't need to be too tight on it, because we're going to want to open it up and possibly use the sock again. Just give them a little evenly spaced out as much as you can. Yeah, you can shut the so yeah, that's it now. That's going to have 3 days contact with that, and then we'll come around to bottling. So lid back on, and that is the S.M.A.S.H update. It's low enough to put the hops in. Job's a fish. And it tastes really nice. Not much complexity there, but it kind of reminds me of a beer we used to drink called EPA, Extra Pale Ale. Now, I can't remember what brewery it was that brewed it. It might be a Nottingham brewery, but I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, 3 days time, we'll be back to open this up, take the hops out and bottle. Today we're looking in on the Sabro S.M.A.S.H, which stands for single malt and single hops. So literally there is one type of malt, one type of hops. There's 3 hop additions, one in the boil, one close to the end of the boil, and one in a dry hop. We've already dry hopped this. It was lower than what it was supposed to be beforehand, before the hops was put in. So hopefully it's ready to bottle. It needs to be around the mark that it was at last time. Now I think it was at 6. If I remember rightly, it was about 6, which would give us a 6.5% beer instead of the 5. But like I said before, I re-mill my grain to try and get maximum sugars out of it. I probably shouldn't, because sometimes, like on the last one when you saw me with the drill bit on it, on the mill, it was kind of like clumped. Because it was already crushed, it wouldn't go down very well. So eventually I'll be buying my own grain and I'll be crushing my own grain from the natural state that it's in. But until then, we're going to carry on banging out some brew day supplies, beer kits that come with everything you need to brew a super duper beer in your kitchen. So I'm going to take the lid off this. Oh no, before I do that, before I do I am going to get something to put the bag of hops in. So let's have a look where we're at. Still bubbly. But that was a rather big bubble, so I'm going to say that that's coming more from the hops than anything else. Let's just rest that on there. And we're going to lift this hop bag out nice and carefully, at the same time as kind of wringing it out. Some would say don't do this, but yeah, I'll just kind of just do my own thing. I've been doing this since I started brewing, so it not harm it, and I want that beer basically. I want all that hoppy juice water to go into the beer, and I want whatever liquid is in there back out of there, because we've already lost a litre from the sediment at the bottom. So there we go. That's that. Quick wash of the hands. That's looking nice. And as usual, I have forgot to put my microphone on, which I think gives a bit of a clearer voice and less background kerfuffle, because it's more focused. So we're going to attach that. Unfortunately, because of my beard, I have to put it on my chain. I'm not flashing bling. It's because otherwise, underneath my collar, my beard touches it and it sounds like I'm being dragged through a frickin' bush. Righto, so we're on for that. Hopefully it is working. I'm going to stop the clip and start it again just in case. And now I know that it's going to be working. So yeah, we're here to bottle this today. I've got a hydrometer, so we're going to take a quick reading just so we can be more accurate with the ABV that we've got. We're going to draw 100 mils of liquid. Or enough to make it float. So I say 100 mil, but we need to make this float, so that's where we're at with it. I mean, it's got a lovely colour, look at that. Once that clears out, that's going to be beautiful. Not that it really needs to clear out, because most of the sediment's at the bottom there. You can drink beers hazy. Crikey me, it's gone even further down. It's like 4 now, or in between the 2 and the 4. So I'm going to say 4 just for the grin. So it's fermented another 2 points, but there's not a lot left in there for it to ferment. So we're definitely bottling. Let's have a quick taste, as always. Obviously, it's still very, very young. It's not had time to mature or anything yet. That's really nice. The malt comes through a lot more with a single malt. You do get that maltiness. Very subtle hops. Could have probably done with a bit more in the boil to begin with. And then maybe some like 10 minutes towards the end or 15 minutes towards the end. But it's something to work on because, like I've said before, the S.M.A.S.H is going to be the first beer that I try myself without following recipes or anything like that. And I'm going to take all the jazz that I've learned from this one and the countless other ones I've done. I think this is the 7th all grain kit I've done. I mean, that's nice. I'm not going to put it back in because the glass hasn't been sterilised, but this has. So this is going to go into a bottle and we're going to set up ready to get this bottled. Sabro S.M.A.S.H. Lovely jubbly. Let's get it set up. Okay, so we are ready to get this bottled. I've just got to attach the bottle wand to the tubaruni here, like so, and pour a little test sample for a mate of mine. Just a pre-production test, I like to call it, before it's aged a bit and been carbonated. It just gives people an idea of what it's going to be like, because I saw two of my mates out a bottle. Sorry, I'm waving my fingers around like. So yeah, then we turn the tap on and it will give us a bit of gunk to begin with. But if we get a bottle in there ready, first one always gives you a bit of gunk because it rests on the top of that, and we'll fill these up, all 20 odd bottles of them. Normally aim for about 20. If I get 20, I'm happy. And yeah, that's pretty much it really. We'll be over there on the table in a minute after these are all bottled, and we'll do what's called priming, where we add a little bit of sugar, and what that does is it causes a small fermentation inside the glass while it's capped off. That releases CO2, produces a small amount of alcohol, not enough to measure, and yeah, it produces CO2, which then is trapped in the bottle, which then gets forced into the beverage. Now, if you've watched my videos previously, you know that I don't like overly fizzy beer. Not really a fan of like extra fizzy lagers and stuff like that. So even a can of like pop or something, I'll have to like shake it out because it just gives me gas. I don't like it. So yeah, I'll do this one, and then I'm going to speed this up because it's a bit drab, to be fair. It's a bit same old, and that means I can put my Pantera CD on. Although I can't flipping see the line where it's at. But for some reason today the light's not very good. There you go. That's 3 of them done. Only 17 or 18 to go. Let's speed this up. we interrupt this bottling video to show you what's just landed on my doorstep. A box of beer from a company called Overtone Brewing Co. They make some banging beers, craft beer, absolutely lovely. And this is through a company called Bruiser Beers. It's like a new subscription thing. Basically, you sign up. If you use my code, you get £8 off your first box. The code will be in the description of this. And yeah, so your first box, so you'll get £8 off, and then each month you choose a box from the brewery that you want to land on your door, and it couldn't be simpler. I have 2 boxes per month, and it's just a bit of a treat, you know. It just saves you having to go to the supermarket, buy crap supermarket beer. Although some craft beer, to be fair, in the supermarket is pretty decent these days, but again, it's still borderline crap. These I can guarantee are going to be absolutely smashing. Now, if I had something to open it, I'd have a quick butcher's inside. Let's see if we can have a quick butcher's at what we got. So this Overtone box comes with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 beers, and they've got a Pomona Island collaboration, Standing in the Way. Overtone and Pomona Island, Standing in the Way. 7%. It's an oat cream IPA. Very good, very nice. Oh, it even gives you a little lowdown, little postcard in there. Oh, and a sticker. I like stickers. I stick stickers to my fermenters. Always, like, before this even had a beer brewing in it, there was already a Bruiser beer sticker on the side of it. So these are going to be going in the fridge for the weekend. Oh my god, I've just seen something. Maple Nutter, 12%. Maple syrup and peanut butter imperial stout. Oh my god. Even tells you the hop profile as well. This has got Columbus in it. Anyway, I'm going to stop yabbering on about this. Yeah, my code will be in the description, and I'll put it up here as well. You go to bruiserbeer.com, get yourself a box of beer with £8 off your first one. Can't be bad. If you don't like it, cancel. And it's not like some other beer subscriptions, which I will not mention the name, where you have to ring them to cancel. These, you can just do it online. Boop. Hassle free. Anyway, let's get back to bottling this now that my beer's arrived. Right, so we got 20 bottles out of that, which is perfect. It's exactly the amount that I wanted. I would have taken more, and I could have diluted it a bit, but I was quite happy with the ABV it came out at 6.5. So to me, that's a good strength beer. I do drink beers that are a bit lower, but that's about the ballpark I like. Between 6 and 7, perfect for me. Maybe even 8, you know, for a double IPA. A triple, maybe 9.5. Yeah, I drink Imperials. I like Imperial stouts and stuff. Anywho, I don't like fizzy beer. I do like fizzy beer, but I don't like extremely fizzy beer. So when doing homebrew, if you start with like a homebrew liquid malt extract kit where you get the syrup and then you add water to it, it'll tell you to put 1 teaspoon of sugar in to prime it, to give it the carbonation. Now, I don't. I use half a teaspoon and it is more than happily carbonated. It's all down to preference though. I mean, to be fair, I could probably do a quarter and still have enough carbonation in there. But we're doing half. And this is the part that we're going to prime these with. We're going to take a funnel. We're going to add a level half a teaspoon of sugar. And what this is going to do, it's going to start a mini fermentation. As soon as that yeast notices that the sugar's there, it's going to start to consume it, and it's going to then create CO2. Can't remember if I did that one now or not. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. I'm going to have to check. because I don't want it to go pop and I don't want it to flipping busy. I had a feeling that I had. What I should do is, what I normally do is move the blooming thing over so that it's ready for the next one, and then kind of do it in that year, you know. Right, so that's 5 of them done. I'm going to do the other 15 in super speed, just because it's a bit boring. It's just the same old thing. You do this all the time. You can do it another way. There's another way of priming where you calculate how much priming sugar you need, and then you mix it into the liquid that you've taken out of that barrel. So you take it out of the fermenter that you've done it in, you put it into a separate fermenter, either with a tube or auto siphon, whatever you want to use, and then you can add the amount of sugar that you need. But I just find it easier to do it this way. It's less hassle of guessing how much you need, and you know, and then having to mix it in and stuff like that, because you know, working with low ABVs, you can just catch an infection like that, and that's your beer knackered. So I'm going to speed these up and get out of your hair and leave you to watch the end of the video. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you all soon.